In the bustling city of Los Angeles, LAPD SWAT officers Jack Traven, portrayed by Keanu Reeves, and his partner Harry Temple, played by Jeff Daniels, find themselves facing a high-stakes crisis. They are dispatched to a towering skyscraper where a cunning bomber, brought to life by Dennis Hopper, has taken control of an elevator, holding numerous individuals hostage. The bomber's demands are clear: a ransom of $3 million, or he will detonate explosives rigged to the elevator's emergency brakes, sending it plummeting to the ground. As Jack and Harry assess the precarious situation, they carefully examine the intricate bomb mechanism. Jack, demonstrating his quick wit and strategic thinking, devises a daring plan. He proposes using a cable from a window-washing crane located on the building's rooftop to secure the elevator, preventing its catastrophic fall should the brakes fail. However, the bomber, ever vigilant, discovers their intervention. He promptly triggers the bomb, attempting to thwart their rescue attempt. Despite the explosion, the crane's cable holds firm, successfully suspending the elevator and providing a window of opportunity for the hostages to be evacuated through an access panel. The tense situation escalates as Jack and Harry deduce that the bomber has concealed himself within one of the building's freight elevators, which had been overlooked during the initial evacuation. They pursue him, cornering him inside the confined space of an elevator car. In a desperate move, the bomber seizes Harry as a hostage. Faced with this agonizing dilemma, Jack makes a split-second decision, intentionally shooting Harry in the leg. This calculated action forces the bomber to release his grip on Harry. The bomber makes his escape and activates the bomb, seemingly perishing in the resulting explosion. Following this harrowing ordeal, Jack and Harry are commended for their bravery and resourcefulness by Lieutenant Mac McMahon, played by Joe Morton. Harry receives a well-deserved promotion to detective in recognition of his service. Unbeknownst to them, however, the bomber, having miraculously survived the explosion, observes the aftermath of his actions from afar, watching the events unfold on television. The following morning, a devastating explosion rocks the city as Jack witnesses a public transit bus erupt in flames, tragically killing the driver. Moments later, the bomber contacts Jack via a nearby payphone, revealing a chilling truth. Another bus has been rigged with an identical bomb, programmed to activate once the vehicle reaches 50 miles per hour and detonate if its speed drops below that threshold. The bomber's demands are clear: a ransom of $3.7 million, and a stern warning against any attempts to evacuate the passengers, under threat of immediate detonation. Jack springs into action, navigating the chaotic Los Angeles freeway traffic at breakneck speed. After commandeering a civilian's car, he manages to overtake the bus, which has already surpassed the critical 50 miles per hour mark. He communicates a crucial message to the driver, Sam Silver, portrayed by Hawthorne James, instructing him to maintain the speed above 50 miles per hour at all costs. In a daring move, Jack leaps onto the moving bus. However, the situation takes a dangerous turn when a criminal on board, fearing imminent arrest, discharges his firearm, inadvertently wounding Sam. Another passenger, Annie Porter, played by Sandra Bullock, bravely takes over the wheel. In a moment of panic, while attempting to slow down to seek medical assistance for Sam, Annie forces Jack to reveal the presence of the bomb, a horrifying revelation that sends shockwaves through the passengers. Underneath the bus, Jack carefully examines the intricate bomb mechanism while maintaining contact with Harry, who is working tirelessly to identify the bomber. A perilous journey ensues as the bus navigates the treacherous city traffic. The police manage to clear a path to the unopened 105 freeway, providing a temporary sense of relief. Mac insists on evacuating the passengers onto a flatbed trailer, but Jack cautions him, explaining the bomber's explicit instructions and the dire consequences of disobedience. The media arrives with helicopters circling overhead, their presence posing a significant risk. Any rescue attempt would be broadcast to the bomber, who contacts Jack once again, reiterating his warning against any passenger offloading. However, Jack manages to negotiate a concession, persuading the bomber to allow the injured Sam to be removed from the bus for urgent medical attention as a gesture of goodwill. The fragile truce is shattered when a female passenger named Helen, played by Beth Grant, overwhelmed by the terrifying situation, attempts to disembark. In response, the bomber detonates a smaller bomb positioned beneath the front bus stairs, tragically killing her. Discovering that a section of the freeway is still under construction, Jack convinces Annie to push the bus to its maximum speed, attempting a daring jump across the unfinished gap. They narrowly succeed in this perilous maneuver, before Jack directs Annie to navigate the bus towards Los Angeles International Airport, hoping to utilize its unobstructed runways. Concurrently, Harry makes a crucial breakthrough in the investigation. He deduces that the bomber is missing a thumb, a detail corroborated by the presence of a distinctive gold watch found near the bomb on the bus. Recognizing it as the type of timepiece awarded to retiring police officers, Harry narrows the search to former officers receiving disability payments. This leads him to identify the bomber as Howard Payne, a former bomb squad officer from the Atlanta Police Department. Harry promptly leads a SWAT team to raid Payne's residence. However, Payne had anticipated their arrival, rigging his house with explosives that detonate upon their entry, tragically killing the entire SWAT team including Harry. At the airport, Jack, having obtained permission from Payne, exits the bus under the pretense of negotiating the ransom with the authorities in person. His superior, Mac, emphasizes that the airport's restricted airspace prevents press helicopters from interfering with any rescue attempts, thus limiting the bomber's surveillance capabilities. However, Jack remains unconvinced, believing Payne will find a way to monitor their actions. In a desperate attempt to disarm the bomb, Jack uses a towed sled to reach the bomb located beneath the bus. Unfortunately, the sled's tow line snaps, causing Jack to inadvertently puncture the fuel tank. After being pulled back onto the bus by the passengers, Jack receives the devastating news of Harry's death. He also discovers that Payne has been monitoring the passengers through a hidden surveillance camera, consistently staying one step ahead. Mac devises a plan to deceive Payne. A local news crew records the UHF transmission from the bus and rebroadcasts it on a loop, creating the illusion that the bus is still circling the airport. This allows all the passengers to be safely transferred to an airport bus. Jack and Annie then escape through a floor access panel just moments before the now empty bus collides with a Boeing 707 cargo plane, resulting in a massive explosion. With no casualties from the explosion and Payne's leverage effectively eliminated, they decide to maintain the deception, making Payne believe the bus is still in motion, using this opportunity to apprehend him. Jack, Mac, and a contingent of SWAT officers proceed to Pershing Square to deliver the ransom. However, Payne, through careful observation of the video feed, detects the subtle glitches indicative of a looped recording, realizing he has been tricked. Enraged at the LAPD's deception, Payne disguises himself as a police officer, abducting Annie and retrieving the ransom money from its hiding place within a subway tunnel. As the police grow increasingly restless, Jack understands that Payne has already secured the money and begins pursuing who he believes to be Payne, following him into the Metro Red Line subway system. Unbeknownst to Jack, Payne has anticipated this move. Jack has been following Annie, whom Payne has coerced into retrieving the money. Annie has been fitted with an explosive vest connected to a pressure release detonator. Payne appears, warning Jack that any further pursuit will result in the detonation of the vest and Annie's death. Payne then enters a subway station, firing a machine gun into the air to create chaos and facilitate his escape from Jack. He proceeds to hijack a subway train, threatening the driver with his firearm. He handcuffs Annie to a pole within the train car, unaware that Jack has managed to board the train undetected before its departure. Payne then murders the train driver who attempted to radio for assistance, and becomes aware of Jack's presence on the train's roof. In a twisted attempt at humor, Payne suggests that Jack accept a bribe and attempts to open the bag containing the ransom money. However, a dye pack within the bag explodes, covering Payne's face. Driven into a psychotic rage, Payne engages in a violent struggle with Jack on the train's roof. During the fight, Jack causes Payne to be decapitated by a railway signal. Jack manages to deactivate the explosive vest on Annie, but he is unable to release her from the pole as Payne had the key to the handcuffs. Unable to stop the train, Jack accelerates it to its maximum speed, causing it to derail and crash through a construction site, ultimately bursting onto Hollywood Boulevard. Miraculously, both Jack and Annie emerge from the wreckage unharmed. They share a kiss as a crowd of onlookers watches in astonishment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe our channel for more recaps of your favorite movies.